Hello everyone. Tonight we are going to, this is a request. Tonight I am going to attempt, with my shaky table, how to do a service on a brass locomotive. This would be for any Williams, any first generation Weaver. It's pretty much all the same. And let's get cranking here. Step one. See how easy your body's going to come apart, okay? You see on this one how my handrails are terminating right here? A lot of them will come down through the chassis. Be wary of that. Pardon me, I'm trying to flip it here. Okay. There we go. So all brass locomotives, even an HO, are pretty much the same, okay? You're going to have a main boiler screw or firebox screw right here. It's the middle one, okay? And then you have back here at the end of the cab, you see those two screws there? That's how you take apart your locomotive. So, as you can see, all of our, on this one, what I did, and this was, this is the Niagara, by the way. I read an article a long time ago from, God, who was it? Marty Fitzhenry, I believe. You don't need to run the front traction tires on these. A little better for the ground anyway, so I just run them on the back there. But no big deal. But anyway, let's get into this guy. Tools you'll need for this, obviously, are your, frosty beverage. Some screwdrivers. The lubricants I use, this is Labelle 106. I like Labelle 106. When I don't have Labelle 106, I use Super Lube. I like the clear synthetic greases. They just work nicer. Labelle 107, oil for all the axles and everything. In this bottle here is actually this. This is Bachmann Conductive Contact Lube. This stuff is awesome, and I'll show you where to stick this stuff. In case you ever wondered why in my videos you see a lot of my stuff does not flicker, it's because of this stuff. Okay, so let's get into it. All right, start with the front screw there. Some of these locomotives, you might have to take the pilot truck off. This one you don't have to. You can get right in here. I've seen these screws be steel and brass. This obviously is a steel screw coming out. So we'll just set him over here. Move all these loops so I can get behind there. Get back a little bit. All right, and the two screws back here. Remember, when you're putting this together, no impact guns. Sorry, I'm doing my best not to shake this table, but this table sucks. You'd think I'd be able to use my workbench, but no, it's covered with car shit. All right, see that little pop? We are free. All right. So, actually, hold on here. Let me do something to make it a little easier. Since we'll have to move the body, I'm going to put a selection of microfiber towels over here, just so we don't scratch anything. All right. So, let's take the body off. That's it, boys and girls. You've got those small amount of bolts, or screws I should say. Make sure this doesn't fall. And you have this one connector. That's it. All right, chassis is free. Let me set him over here. And I'm gonna go put the body somewhere else. All right, and get a rag so I can keep my fingers clean. Don't wear gloves when you do this. Well, you can if you want. I like the dexterity of my hands, so that's why I don't. But yeah, let me just move this body real quick. There's your, that's your boiler weight right there. You can unbolt it if you need to. I love these old brass guys because that's it. That's all that's in the locomotive. Okay, there's no, no boards or anything like that. It just makes these are so easy to work on. It's not even funny. And I'm going to take this thing quite a bit apart just so you can see how it works. All right, so stand by. Let me go get rid of this. This is amazingly heavy too. Don't tell my buddy I just laid that on the interior of that, or the motor of that 57 Corvette over there. All right. So, let's take a quick look at this. All right. So that's all there is to it, boys and girls. See right in there, it says SAM. That's how you know this is Sam Hongsa. This is how these guys are set up. Look at the size of that motor. Pretty cool. Also, at this stage, you can run this chassis if you need to. So you can plug it into the tender and take it for a ride. That will let you know where your, if you have, if you see a if you're wobbling or something like that, run it like this. That way you can look on top of it and you can see what happens. All right, so for the most part, this guy is already serviced. I service the hell out of my stuff. I do a little bit here. I would not worry. You could do a little bit on these U-joints, but a very small amount, okay? Anywhere on your drive rods, okay? Anywhere there's a joint, do that. And then we will also do in here, see the bushings in there. You're going to want to lubricate those. I usually, on these ones I can get to in here, I put a drop here, and then a drop on the outside as well, outside the frame of the chassis. And that's all. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to get into this gearbox. This is what's sprung, okay? You see how this guy's kind of moving around in here? Make sure, when I flip this over, make sure you have some sort of tension on this, pushing it down, or else this guy's going to pop away from your gear, which you'll see when I take the cover off. And that's, it's going to make it impossible to put back together. So let's flip this and I'll show you what I'm talking about. All right, you see that right there? Boom, this thing. See, this is your sprung driver right there. It's kind of hard to see, but this is where your suspension is. See how it moves? All right. So I've got the tension from the foam, okay? The foam cradle, which is homemade, by the way. If you want to go spend $25, $30 on one, that's fine. I made mine from a, what do you call it? Home air conditioner, window air conditioner seal kit. I got at the dollar store for like $2. So whatever you want to do. Oh, let me get one more tool. Hold on. You're going to want a micro set of needle nose. And you'll see why in a minute. Okay, so now we're going to go one screwdriver smaller right here. And we are going to remove this cup. See, that's what I was talking about. We got brass screws or non-magnetic. Don't lose these screws. You're not going to find any other ones. Helps if you unscrew it all the way. And don't drop it, but luckily I saw where it went, so we're good. I took my pills, so I shouldn't be shaking too much here. And it's kind of hard to do. I'm looking over this phone, so. And I got old man eyes as well. I probably won't have you on the reassembly just because I'm going to need to. Well, we can try it. I don't care. I can look like a moron. I have no self-humility. And I'll get you in closer when I get this last screw out, if I can see it. There it is. All right. So we can keep that last screw in it. We'll grab that box, just like that. And we'll drop it like a moron. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I see the screw down in there, so we're good. All right. So in there, that is your main little drive gear, and that's what you want greased. See that in there? Hold on, right there. That guy's actually a little dry, so we're going to fill him up. Most of that grease still looks pretty pliable. I'm not too worried about it there. So 2 ways to do that. Look inside your cup. I'm going to go clean this out real quick. So hold on. Yeah, there's some old grease in there. So hold on. All right, this is a model train. This is good enough. Okay, so what I do, get a little bit of grease in here, okay, inside this guy. Not a whole lot. Try to get it on the sides. Sorry. Looking under the camera. That's all you need. Then do a little on the gear itself. On the side. That's all you need. Shouldn't have to get into this guy too much. Alright, so here's where the tension comes into play. If that was loose on there, you'd have a hell of a time getting those screws back in there. So let's grab that other screw real quick. I saw him, he's right here. Okay, so here comes the hard part. I've got to try to drop these in here. Like I said, they're non-magnetic. So you got to be careful. Screw number 1. Let's make sure he bit, just to be safe. I really can't see. Ugh. Okay, he bit, so I'm going to back him off just a tad. Like you're torquing parts on cars, boys. Opposite corners, okay? I was really hoping I'd drop something so you guys could see me get all pissed off. But like I said, unfortunately my hands are working tonight. Alright, screw number 2. Right where he's supposed to go. Tighten him down carefully. Like I said, this is kind of a torque sequence. Okay, he bit. I'm going to back him off just a tad. Axles and everything on this look pretty clean, and I can see lube on the drive side rods there. I'm not going to mess with that. But if you have a wobble in your, as you can see, all the bushings in here are actually brass. See that? So if you have a wobble, you're missing a traction tire on a like axle, meaning this one might be gone, this one might be here, or you might have a Williams traction tire here and an MTH traction tire here, okay? That's going to give you a gallop and a wobble. But like I said, do that by testing this chassis without the body on it. In he went. Actually, I'm amazed this is working. Oh, there goes the shaky hand, sorry. Oh, I need a sip of beer, sorry. Much better. Okay, he bit. Now we're down to one. Here's where we screw everything up. Naturally, that's the hard one to see. Good enough for government work. Sorry, there's a camera in my face. All right, he's in. I really can't see. He bit as well. All right, so tight, 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 tight. Okay, that's pretty much it. That's all you got to do. Lube here, 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 here. Your conductive lube, I put on the ends of the rollers here and here, and I put a drop of it down here, okay? Lube around this bolt right here. I've got some in there. Here, how quiet that is. And then you're also on these pilot trucks, lube this little guy that pushes down here, okay? See how that comes through? He's already lubed pretty good, but we can add a little more, actually. And just get it. You want it down that shaft, and then you want a little under the washer. Work that in. A little lube right here. See how it's kind of dry? Very little, just go around it. Same with the screw under here. Very little. You don't want this bad boy leaking out on you. Alright, so work that in. Oh, there the camera goes flopping. Also, see right here, you're going to want a little there too. Just on the metal. And this oil sticks pretty good. This label, I don't have any problems with it like leaking onto the track or anything. You'd know it pretty quick too if it happened. So, like I said, these guys are all good. I can see lube in there. So, and they feel pretty. Yeah, they're okay. We are okay. So, there you go. That's how you service a chassis. Here, I'll show you real quick. Now, I'll be sloppy with this because this thing doesn't drip the cleanest. But, so, we want to drop here. We want to drop here. Then I put a drop down here. Little goes a long way. See how that stuff spreads out? That'll keep your stuff running very, very flicker-free. You'd be amazed. So, anyway, that was way too long of a video. I apologize. I just realized it was 20 minutes to do basically nothing. But it's kind of hard when you're like explaining it. But anyway, I won't spare you with putting the body back on. That's 3 screws. So anyway, this will, any one of your Williams Weaver brass locomotives, even some of the third rail stuff is put together like this. Your drive system is completely different on a third rail, obviously, due to the, like I said, due to the rubber band drive, basically. So let's flip him back over. But yeah, that's all there is to it on one of these Williams. They're very simple. Very simple. Let me grab the, I'm going to grab the Camelback real quick just to show you a couple little differences on there if you're servicing one of those. All right, like I said, see how your railings are coming down and going through the chassis? Where's my hand? Where's my hand? Oh, God, there it is. So see, like here, be wary of that when you take it apart. Also, on the bottom here, to get to that gearbox, you're going to want to take off that, that roller right there. And that's pretty easy to get to. See how the screws are actually on the side of it. So take that off, and then on this guy too, to get to your boiler screw there, you'd actually have to take off the pilot truck. It's down behind there. Just flathead screwdriver, just pull that out, you're good. But yeah, all these guys are very easy to service. I'm actually surprised the grease on that Niagara was that bad. That's I was in that not that long ago. But anywho, hope you got something out of that. You got any more questions or you want me to do it on another locomotive, let me know. Like I said, your lube points on here are going to be, I showed you the rods, and then when you flip it over, you're going to want to hit the bearings or the bushings on the inside of the axles there. So very simple, very simple. Anywho, that's about it. I'm going to jump off here because I'm actually going to try to do another type of video tonight, so we'll see what happens. I hope somebody watches this, and I hope it helps somebody. Y'all take care. Have a good night.